Hello guys, in this video I'm going to solve SAT March 2020 paper within the stipulated time, that is for the No Calc 1 I'm going to take 25 minutes and for the Calc section I'm going to take 55 minutes. Okay, so we'll see how we can solve this perfectly with some explanation within the stipulated time. Okay, this is a live video. I'm going to put my clock here and let us begin. So no Calc for 25 minutes. The first one is you want to find an equation of line which corresponds to these values. So the easiest way of doing this particular problem is by simply plugging in the values. So if I plug in 0, I should get 2. So if I plug in x equal to 0 here, I'm getting 2 for A. If I plug in x equal to 0 here, I don't get 2, I get -2. If I plug in x equal to 0 here, I get 3. If I plug in x equal to 0 here, I get again -2. So my answer is A. Number 2, I want to find the value of x. The value of x is going to be same as this, which is same as this, because it's the principle of the parallel lines. So option is A. Let's check number 3. F of 4, so I have to simply plug in 4 here. So that's 4 squared. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 6. So 16 minus 20 plus 6, or 2. 3 questions are done. Let's see the timer. We have only spent 1.5 minutes, so that's good. Okay, spend up to $20 on streamers and balloons. So 1.49, my bad. 1.49 for streamer and 4.39 for balloon. And she can spend only up to a total of $20. So together they must be at most 20, so less than or equal to 20, so which is option number B. Number 5, Bill is planning to drive 1,000 miles to visit his family. He drives 250 miles per day, so 250D, but here n is the number of days, so 250n will be the miles he drove in n days. And you want to find a remaining days. We'll have to drive to reach his family. Okay. So days would be given by, he wants to drive 1,000 miles, right? Remaining distance, my bad. He wants to drive 1,000 miles. So he will have already driven 250 miles, so 250 times n. Okay, so let me explain this graphically. In n days, this is, let's say, 1,000 miles. Okay, in n days, he will have driven 250n. And you're supposed to find this particular distance. So this distance obviously is 1,000 minus 250n. Next, you want to simplify this expression. So let's simplify it. X cubed plus x squared plus x minus x gets cancelled. So x cubed plus x squared. 6 questions are done. Let's see our time. So we still have 20 minutes. That's good. More than 20 minutes. So we have only spent 4 minutes. Amazing. So if you see any question related to graph, you are given a table and you are supposed to find an appropriate graph for it. The easiest way of doing that is by plugging in the values. So if I plug in 0, and 0 is the easiest way, I must get a 2. So this scale on the graph is 2. So this is 2. This is also 2. This is not 2. So I'll cancel C. D is also 2, so it could be A, B, or D. For 1, I must get a 7. So if x is 1 here, I cannot actually find the value of 1 here. So instead of 1, I'll get 2. 2 doesn't work as well. For negative 1, for negative 2, I should get negative 2. So that's important. So this is negative 2. I'm definitely not getting a negative 2 on the y1. This is negative 2. I'm getting way more than negative 2 on the y thing. This is negative 2, and I think I'm getting negative 2 here. But this I have already eliminated. This is negative 2, and I feel as if there is negative 2 here. So the answer is D. Okay, I will have to zoom this thing to be able to see it clearly, but I'm pretty sure it is D. 8, you can easily remove x plus 2 with one of the powers. Your answer is 1 over x plus 2. 9, which of the following is an equation of line in the xy plane, contains 1, 3 and 5, 5. Again, you can plug these things into each of the things. Okay, if I plug in 1 here, I'm getting y as 3, so it works. If I plug in 5 here, I'm getting y as 15, so it works. It could be A. Let's check. Can it be B? If I plug in 1 here, I'm getting y as 7, so no. If I plug in 1 here, I'm getting y as 3. However, if I plug in 5 here, I'm getting y as 7, so it doesn't work. Similarly, D won't work. If I plug in 1 here, I'm getting y as 1/3, so my answer is A. Okay, a lot of the questions can be solved using plugging in the values. 4x plus b over 2 is 2x plus 8. Infinitely many solution means the left side of the equation must become same as the right side of the equation. In other words, left side represents one line, right side represents another line. If they are infinitely many solution, both the lines are actually the same line or the coincident lines. So I'll move the 2 on the other side. I'll multiply by 2 on both sides. So 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 8 is 16. The value of b is 16. Number 11. What is the area? Area of this particular thing. This particular thing looks to me like a trapezoid. So what I'll do is I'll take average of 4 and 7. So which is 4 plus 7 divided by 2. Multiply it with the height, which is 4. Okay, so 4 divided by 2, 2. 11 times 2, 22. Perfect. Three. Okay. Question number 12. Let's check the time. We have 17 minutes. We have more than half the time and we are close to finishing this particular section. The y-intercept of the graph y to the power y equals 4 to the power x. So to find y-intercept, you simply have to plug in x equal to 0. Okay. And there is only one option with x equal to 0. That has to be C. If you plug in 0 here, y is 4 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1 except for 0 to the power 0. So my answer is C. 13. Sum of the solution. So for a quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, the sum of the solution is given by minus b over a. Or is it minus a over b? Let's check. Sum of solutions. I believe it is minus a over b, but we'll find the solution and we'll add them. It doesn't take a lot of time to verify. Okay. So this thing, I can move 2x here and 1 here. So x squared minus 16x plus 39 equals 0. Okay, negative 14x, negative 2x, negative 16x plus 40 minus 1, 39. I want to find two numbers whose product is 39 and whose sum is -16. So obviously -13 and -3. So x minus 13, x minus 3 is 0, x is 13, x is 3, and I want to find the sum of these. So 13 plus 3 is 16, D. So minus A over B doesn't work. C over A doesn't work. I think I'm mistaken here, but I'm pretty sure there is a formula for sum of solution. I'll check it and we'll see. Okay. So that's 13, 14. Okay, so I want to find the speed, which is V, in terms of everything else. So I want V. I want to isolate V. Okay, so the first step in isolating V is removing this S. So the way I can remove this S is I can write this as L over S equal square root of 1 minus V squared over C squared. The next thing is I have to remove the square root. So to remove the square root, we can square on both sides. So if I square on the left side, I have L squared divide S squared. If I square on the right side, it cancels the square root. So I have 1 minus V squared over C squared. I will take this negative V squared over C squared on the left side, and I will take this term on the right side, and I can rewrite this as V squared over C squared equal 1 minus L squared over S squared. Okay. The next step is I want the value of V. I want V isolated. So I don't have use of C squared on the left side. I'll move the C squared on the right side. Put a square root here, 1 minus L squared over S squared. Therefore, the value of V is speed. Speed is a scalar. Scalar cannot be negative. It is C 1 minus L squared over S squared. Okay, this is a squared term. Then I have to do the square root of it. So my answer here is seemingly option A. Okay, so these type of question, the questions for number 15 are based on modeling. So whenever you are given a question that requires you to model certain scenario into the form of mathematics, it is best to plug in the values. Okay. Half-life is about 150 years. The meaning of half-life is if I weigh 100 kg, in 150 years, I'll be weighing 75 kg. Okay, so my weight would become half. So the time it takes for some weight to reduce it to half is half-life. So models 200 grams of the subject. So it's obviously going to start with 200. I can remove A and B. I know 200 will become 100 when T will be 150 years, okay? Because the half-life of the object is 150 years. So I have to simply plug in 150 in either C or in D and see which one gives me 100. If I plug in 150 for T in C, I'm getting a very huge value, 150 multiply 150 and half to the power that particular thing. So that's going to be huge. So obviously C is not my answer. If I plug in 150 here, 150 divided by 150 is 1. So 200 times half is 100. So my answer has to be D. Okay. So I want to find the value of M. M is nothing but the slope. Slope is given by many formulas. You can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But if there is a graph given, my favorite way of doing it is finding the rise and dividing it with the run. Okay, since it's going up, the line is going up, I know that the slope is going to be positive, so I'm not worried about the sign. The rise seems to be 4 units, the run seems to be 2 units, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 17, I have to find the value of y. 2x is y. I can rewrite the first equation as 2x plus 2y equal 10. In place of 2x, I will plug in 5 plus 2y equal 10. 2y is pi, y is pi over 2 or 2.5 if you like decimals. X that satisfies the equation, I can divide by 5. So I have x minus 3, x plus 1 equals 0. So the values of x are 3 and x is negative 1, but I want a positive value. So my answer is x equals 3. This again is a linear equation. 3x would be 1.8 plus 0.6, 2.4. X would be 2.4 divide 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So this is 0.8. Inscribed in a circle with radius 6 square root 2. Okay, so square is within a circle. Inscribed means within, circumscribed means outside. So there is a square inside this. So let's say this is a poor drawing of the square or a poor man's square. Okay, 6 root 2. So from the center to one of the vertices, which is touching the circle, is the radius. So 6 root 2. So if I extend this radius, it's going to touch the other vertex. That's also 6 root 2. So the entire diameter is 12 root 2. Okay, I want to find the perimeter. So I want to find L plus L plus L plus L or 4L. I can use the Pythagoras theorem in the smaller triangle and I can find the value of L. So I can say 12 root 2 squared is L squared plus L squared. So 100, or I don't need to do 144 because I know I have to take the square root of it. So 12 squared, root 2 squared is times 2, L squared plus L squared is 2L squared, cancel 2, L squared is 12, L is 12, L squared is 12 squared, therefore L is 12. The perimeter, which is 4L, is 48. So answer here is 48. Okay, guys, let's check our time. We were supposed to do it in 25 minutes. We were able to do it in less than 20 minutes. Next, we'll see how to do the CALC section within 55 minutes, and we'll see how fast we can do it. Welcome back, guys. So we finished No Calc section in quite some time. The next is math calculator section. As we can see, the stipulated time is 55 minutes. I'll start my timer right now and we'll see how fast or how soon we can finish this section. I'll try not to use the calculator unless it's quite necessary. In that case, I'll turn on my graphing calculator and I'll use that. So let's start. Okay, I'm getting some weird things here. I'll take care of it later. S is 4. So 20s minus 15s is 5s. 5 times 4 is 20. Launched by 1980 US 1999 through 1986. So for a period of 5 years or 6 years. Greatest number of specialists 1985. Okay, I don't care what marsupials are. Okay, American 93.6, Australian this. Okay, what fraction of Australian marsupial species are from the order of? So what fraction of Australian? So we have to take total of Australian as the denominator and paramelomorphia, which is this particular thing. The numerator is 24. So I have to add all of this, divide by 24. It would help me if I use calculator. But let us try to do it without this. So this is 139 plus 1 is 140. 140, and this seems to be 95. So 140 plus 100 is 240. So 235. 24 on 235. Okay. 3 questions done. Check our time after this particular page. 10 data points are in the scatter plot shown along with the line of which of the following best estimates the predicted value of y value for x 6.5. So x is 6.5. So I'll go up like this. It seems like 16 is my answer. So 16 because and I have to go like this. So that is 16. 120% of 2000. So 2400. I hope there is no requirement for an explanation here. Going on. Something weird. Why am I not able to use this particular thing? Okay, 2400. Field has a perimeter of 960 in meters. So I have to convert foots to meter. For this, I might have to use calculator. Let's try not to use it. 960 multiplied by 0.3048 or 96 multiplied by 3.048. 96 times 3 is a little less than 100 times 3. So a little less than 300 feet. God bless me. Number 7 is a box plot. Median is this particular line here. So this is the median. So 1625. Okay, this one is referred as Q1. This one is referred as Q3. This is Q2. This is the lower whisker. This is the higher whisker. Okay. 7 questions done. So 7 on 38 is close to 20%. So 20% of the time, 20% of the questions are done, and we haven't even spent 10% of the time. Good. Speed is 4, pulse is this. Okay. Which of the following describes fx? Okay, so in this type of question, we are definitely going to plug in. Obviously, x is going to be this speed and pulse is y. So if I plug in 4 here, so 4 plus 57 is not 77. If I plug in 6 here, 6 plus 57 is not 77. So if it doesn't work for one, I don't have to check for other. If I plug in 4 here, negative 4 plus 97 is 93, so it doesn't work. If I plug in 4 here, 5 times 4 is 20, 20 plus 57 is 77, so it works. If I plug in 6 in the same equation, 30 plus 57, 87, so it works. So I think this is my answer. This will not work because it keeps on reducing as the speed increasing. But as the speed increases, we can see the pulse is increasing. Oops, where did it go? Okay, it's here. Milwaukee, Wisconsin was about 96% of the population of Baltimore. If Milwaukee's population was 595, which of the following best represents Baltimore's population? Okay. M is 96% of B. M is given as 595,000 equals 96% of B. So my answer is going to be a little more than 595,000, right? Answer is going to be little more than 595,000, so it cannot be B because it's less. It cannot be C, it's less. It cannot be D, it's less. So A. I don't even have to do the calculations. Number 10. Okay. Sacramento, California to Portland, Oregon. Okay, so from 143 hours, he stopped only for 10 hours. So he drove for 133 hours. So 133 multiplied by 5 will be the total distance. So half of 1330, because if you multiply by 5, it's same as multiplying by 10 and dividing by 2. So 1300 is 650, 665. 8. 11. Okay, interval frequency 2/5 of the values. So I'll calculate the total number of data points by calculating the total frequency. So 7, 5, 12, 13, 15, 25. 2/5 of 25 appears to be 10. So it is not obviously here. This is not 10. This is not 10. But I can notice that the last two are 10. So 31 to 50. D. Number of students who participate in 2 extracurricular activities is 120 more than number of students who participate in 1 extracurricular activity. So 55% minus 30% is 120. So 25% is 120. Total number of students who attend the middle school. So 25% is 120. If you want the 100%, you multiply by 4. You multiply this by 4, so 480. It takes 15 minutes to body 20 minutes for driving license application. Okay, 15 for ID and 20 for DL. All combination. Okay. What is the value of N? So this is N minutes. So this is the total minutes. So if I take this particular point, I have 36 ID cards. Multiply that with 15 will give me the total number of minutes. Or I can take this 27 multiplied by 20. So 36 multiplied by 15 is 360 plus 180, 540. 27 multiplied by 20, 27 times 254, so 540. So we are done. 13 on 38 seems same as 15 on 40. So around 35%. We are done around 35%. Y coordinate of y-intercept. So to find y-intercept, again, we are going to plug in x equal to 0. So it is minus 12 on 2 minus 6. What's okay? It's here. A, B, C. Okay, which inequality? If I check for the first inequality, it is minus x minus 2. So y-intercept is minus 2. X-intercept is also -2, so this is the line. So it works out. So A could be an answer. Let's check for B. Y greater equal minus X. Minus X is like this. So it does not contain A, it only contains B and C. So option B doesn't work. If I check for C, less than X plus 3. So y-intercept is 3, x-intercept is -3. So this is the line. So this thing works out as well. X less than 3 is a vertical line. Obviously that won't work out because we're only talking about the points on the left side. We're not talking about the point on the right side. So I'm confused between A and C. It seems like C is the more appropriate one. X plus 3. So 3 and -3. Because if I plug in -2 here, y has to be less than 1. But y is equal to 1. Okay, so this won't work because if I plug in -2 in the C1, the value of y would be less than -2 plus 3, y would be less than 1, but y is actually 1. So it doesn't work. So if I plug in y equal to x equal to -2 in option A, so y has to be greater than 2 -2, y has to be greater than 0, and y is 1, which is actually greater than 0. So answer is A. Nice. So this thing you will have to plug in. Perfect. Number 16, AB, AD, BC, CD. They are equal. BE is 2. So if they are equal, I'm pretty sure B and ED are equal because ABD is an isosceles triangle. BC is 4, therefore CD is also 4, AC is 10. So from here to here, it's 10. What is the area of triangle ABD? So I already have the base, I want the height, which is this. So I'll subtract this value, or I'll subtract the line that is now driven in blue. To find the length of this particular blue thing, I'll draw a small triangle like this representing of BEC. So this is 2, this is 4, I want this. Let's use Pythagoras. So 4 squared is 2 squared plus x squared. 16 minus 4 is x squared. X is square root 12. Square root 12 is same as square root 4 times 3, or square root 2, 3, or 2 square root 3. So this thing from pink A to E is going to be 10 minus 2 square root 3. So that is my height. And my base is BD, which is 4. So my area is half base multiply height. So 4 and 2 gets cancelled. 2 times 10 minus 2 root 3 is 20 minus 4 root 3. C. 16 done. 16 plus 16 is 32. Half of 38 is 19. So we'll stop at 19 and we'll see if we have more than half the time remaining. Okay, so this is the data. With 2 years of experience. So 26 teacher will be here. It's added to the program and to the data. These are total 25 teachers. What will be the effect on the mean and the median of the data set? So the median for 25 teacher would be the 13th teacher, because 13th is the central value in 25. If you want to know how I found it, it's simply you do 25 plus 1 divide 2, so 13. Okay, so 13th teacher. So there are 4 teachers here with 1 year of experience, 7 teachers here with 2 years of experience. 4 plus 7 is 11, 12 and 13 will be 3. So the median is 3. Median is 3 for this one. If I add one more teacher with 2 years of experience, so this bar grows to 8. Total number of teachers are 26. So my median is going to be the years of experience for 13th and 14th teacher. So let's calculate again. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 teachers are here. 13th and 14th teacher are both here with having an experience of 3 years. So the median again is 3. The median remains unchanged. However, the mean is going to change. Okay. No, A and B doesn't work. Okay, median remains the same. C. 60 backpacks in stores. Okay. Some with wheels, some without wheels. Before a new shipment arrives. Okay, number of wheeled backpacks. So were twice in the new shipment. Then there were already in the stock a number of backpacks without wheels. So without wheels, I'll say O. Without. 5 times. So 5 times were without. After the new shipment arrived, there were 330 backpacks. So thus there were already some with and without. All of this together is 330. But this term is number of backpacks that were already there. So this is 60. So 2W plus 5 without plus 60 equal 330. I'll move the 60 here. 2W, which is 2 with wheels, and 5 without wheels, is equal 330 minus 60, 270. So B. 19, the function h is to has its minimum value. So for minimum value, we need to find its vertex. And we want to find the x coordinate of the vertex. X coordinate of vertex is negative b over 2a. This particular expression, when you expand it, is y equals x squared minus 25. So b here is 0 because you compare it with ax squared plus bx plus c. So your answer is 0. 19, we are halfway there. Let's check our time. We spent a little close to 20 minutes. So we'll be able to finish it in hopefully 40 minutes. Let's check. A set of data is represented by the scatter plot in the portion. Which of the following linear equation best fits the data? So a linear equation with a y-intercept of positive 90 doesn't work. Maybe I have to go back a little bit. Oh yeah, I have to, because this is not 0, this is 0.5, or this is 5.0. So I have to again plug these things in. Which option or which equation gives me if I plug in 5.2 or if I plug in phi a value of 90? Okay, let's check that. If I plug in phi here, I obviously won't get a value of 90. If I plug in phi here, 1.6 times phi is 8. So 8 obviously isn't going to give me the value of 90. 16 times pi is 80. 80 minus 15 is again not 90. If I plug in phi here, 16 times pi is 80. 80 plus 15.2 is 90, so T. The line is going up. What is the value of B? What is the value of B? If x is 0, by is 6, or the y-intercept is 6 over b. But the y-intercept is -2, so -2. So b is 6 divided -2, -3. Okay, 4. That's section 4, question 22. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Estimated weights, I don't know rainbow trout based on its length. Which of the following is best interpretation of 1.22? So if you input L equal to 1, weight is something. If you include L equal to 2, weight will be 1.22 squared multiplied by 0.04. Okay. So weight changes with respect to the value of L. For each increase in 1 pound, no. For each increase in L of 1 or length of 1, whatever it is, centimeter or inches, the weight increases by 22%. Okay, so B. Theta is in second quadrant. Sine is positive, but cosine is negative in the second quadrant. If sine is √3/2, cosine is not going to be √3/2. It's going to be a negative number, which is not √3/2. So C. '24. Okay. So there are August and July. So there are some stocks that increased in July and increased in August. So that is 21. Increased in July but decreased in August 4. Decreased in July and increased in August 9. Decreased in July. Okay, so it's a weird data. I don't care about it. Okay, if one of the stock that increased in value in August is chosen, increased in value in August is total is 30. What is the probability that the stock also increased in July? So 21 on 30. 21 on 30, if you divide both sides by 3, is 7 on 10, 70% or 0.7. 25. Minato. The local road where its average speed was 20 miles per hour. So 20x would be the distance if x is the time along 60 miles per hour. Total time is 8 hours. So total time for 390 miles is 8 hours. So if one part is x hour, the other part is going to be 8 minus x hours. So that is going to be 60, 8 minus x. So this is first distance, this is second distance. The total distance has to be 390. 20x, 60 times 8 is 480 minus 60x is 390. 480 minus 390 is 90 and equal 40x. X is 90 by 40 or 9 by 4 hours. Local road is this. So 20x, 20 multiply 9 by 4, 5 times 9 is 45. Okay, let's do 27 as we are here, and then we'll go up to do 26. And for all real numbers, the graph of function is this. And the xy plane is a line with a negative slope. So it's like this. It's a line with a negative slope, so your function could be like this, or the function could be like this. Okay, both the lines have negative slope. Negative slope means the line has to go down. If A is less than B, so let's say this is A, this is B, f of A is greater than f of B, f of A is going to be this point, and f of B is going to be this point. So 1 is obviously greater than 2, so it works out. Let's check for the second line as well. Read for the first line, I erased it by mistake. A is less than B, so A will be here, B will be here because it's the negative side. F of A will be here, f of B will be here. 1 is still greater than 2, so it works out. If A is less than 0, so A is somewhere here, so A is here, f of A is greater than 0. No, f of A is here, which is less than 0. If A is greater than 0, f of A is less than 0. Hey, if A is greater than 0, it's here, let's say. F of A is not less than 0. It doesn't work, so 1 only. Let's go up 26. X squared plus bx plus 16. I'm sorry. Have only one solution. Therefore, the value of b squared minus 4ac has to be 0. So b squared minus 4 multiplied 1 times 16 is 4 multiplied 16 is 0. B squared has to be 4 times 16, 64. B has to be plus or minus 8. D. I'm sorry. How many distinct x-intercepts? So let's find out the x-intercept. X-intercept for this value is 0. X-intercept for this one is A. X-intercept for this one is A. X-intercept for this one is minus B. X-intercept for this one is B. So the distinct are 1, 2, 3, 4. 29. If the equation has no solution means the two lines are parallel, they are not intersecting. So the first line is 1 over 3 x minus k, and the second line is kx. The slope for the first line is 1 over 3, the slope for the second line is k. Since the two lines are parallel, the two slopes must be equal, so k is 1/3. Expression is this plus this and this are equivalent, so you simply equate them. What is the value of b plus c? So x squared plus bx plus 10 equal x minus 3 whole squared plus c. So let us expand x minus 3 squared. So x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus c. So 10 equals 9 plus c. C equals 1. B equals minus 6. B plus C equal minus 5. D. Okay, last part, grid in. Let us just check our time. We will be able to finish this part in 4 minutes. So, in 35 minutes, not bad. I could do it better. I could do it in 25 minutes. X minus 3 to the power 4, x is 3. You want the value of x, so you simply do 8x plus y equal 5, 4x plus y equal 4, subtract two equations, 4x equal 1. If I subtracted 8x minus 4x is 4x, y minus y is 0, 1 over 4. The median is 8, r is less than 11. What is the possible value of a R? So median is the central value. Okay, let us see. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let us see how many things we have. We have 3 numbers plus 4 numbers. We have 7 numbers. So let us put 7 blanks. Okay. Let me put the blanks above because my thing is not working properly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So median is 8. So this is the central value. All the numbers on the left side are going to be smaller. On the numbers on the right side are going to be bigger. If 8 is the central value, the numbers smaller than 8 are 5, 5, 4. And the numbers larger are 11, 13, and R. R I know is less than 11. So this has to be 13, this has to be 11, R has to be this. Okay. The possible value of R could be, it is less than 11. So R could be 8, 9, 10. Any of these will work. One serving of a certain microwave popcorn is 150 calories, 90 of which are from fat. So 90 out of 150 are fat. Low sodium pretzel, 120 calories, 12 are from fat. Okay, so 12 on 120. More calories from fat are provided by 100 calorie serving of a microwave popcorn than a 100 calorie. Okay, we want to find the calories from fat for 100. So from 150, you get 90 from fat. So from 100, how many will you get from fat? So 100 multiply 90, divide 150, 50 times 3, 50 times 2, 90 divided by 3 is 30. So 60 calories from 100 gram serving from the first kind of popcorn. From the pretzels, from 120 calories, you get 12 calories from fat. So from 100 calories, you are obviously going to get 10 calories. Okay. So this is 10. How many more calories? So more means you have to subtract these two. So your answer is 50. Let's do 36 first. Then I'll go down. Cx plus D, f of 50 is 27,000, f of 100 is 38,000. What is the value of C? So they want you to solve an equation like this. 27,000 for f of x, x is 50. So C times 50 plus D. So 27,000 equal 50C plus D. Similarly, 38,000 equal 100C plus D. I'll call this 1, I'll call this 2, I'll do 1 minus 2. So 100 minus 50 is 50. D minus D gets cancelled. 38,000 minus 27,000 seems to be 11,000. C is 11,000 divide 50, cancel 0, 1100 divide 5. 2200 divide 10, so 220. C is 220. We wanted T, C. Okay, done. Okay. Based on the line of best fit, the estimated value of a 6-year-old computer is K1000. Okay, 6-year is K1000. K is obviously going to be 15. So 15. What is the number of computers for which the line of best fit predicts a value less than the actual value? So all of these points are actual values, and this is the line of best fit which can be used to predict. Okay. and we want the predicted value to be less than actual value. So if actual value is high like these, the predicted value for the corresponding x value are going to be lower. So you only have to calculate the points above this line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay, I think we have finished all the questions. Let's see our time. We finished the no calc part with 17 minutes to spare. That's great. That's amazing. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, I'll link some resources for you guys to practice more. Ciao.